Let me double check. Kod dia orang ada tukar lagi. So far this is what they say. So your group 259. Can both of your group is not here. 259 can
Yeah.
Saturday. Saturday 2 to 4.
Bodoh
And then hari
sial.
kosong
What the fuck, babi Lucian?
boleh?
Lucian buat apa?
Tolak ansur lah sikit kan hari
Tak buat apa tu?
Saturday. Because that whole week you will not have class.
Tak tahu lah.
You will not have
Ini
class.
bodoh
We just ganti dengan hari Sabtu tu. Tolak ansur lah because it's so difficult. You tanya class rep you all. I dah buat group khas for them. Tak boleh cari common time. Because 5 different group kan. Even lunch hour pun tak lepas. Sampai macam tu sebab math dengan stat dia orang punya kelas 3 jam.
Aku memang kena
10.91.
cepat gila
So tak lepas So we make it on Saturday 2 to 4. Pada siapa yang tak boleh, let me know. You will take exam later. You pergilah berbulan madu dulu on that Saturday. Nanti you come back. I will plan one time for yang tak ambil exam tu lah. But of course question different lah I usually try to make it equally macam difficulty. Tapi in case you find that yours is much difficult ke daripada yang tu nasib lah But to me, my part ialah I make it equally dia punya level tu lah. Okay. I suppose you have 45. 5 orang absent So today, ada apa-apa you all nak tanya before I continue? About your test ni. I'm going to brief you about your test now. I mean the time. Yes. Kamarul.
I believe Natasha is asking regarding the test in the chat.
We check.
In the chat.
Okay.
Natasha is asking the question. Yes.
Sorry, I did not open it. Okay, doktor ada kawan saya, Fatin Anis. Okay, tak dapat join kelas Siapa ni? Amirul Hafiz. Saya tulis siap sebab nanti lupa. Amirul Hafiz. Okay, blackout
Doktor.
Ya.
Bukan Amirul Hafiz, Fatin Anis Natasha.
Oh, Fatin Anis Natasha.
Kawan kelas
kawan kepada dia. Okey, aku ada kawan Fat.
Kenapa dia just cepat tu?
Yalah, kalau dah blackout macam mana nak masuk kelas ni kan? Macam mana nak ada nama kat atas tu? Okey, Fatin Anis. Natasha Fatin Anis Natasha.
Tolonglah. Jadi aku boleh pergi kelas dengan tenang.
Okay, 20th November, Saturday, 2 to 4. Yes. Telah dipersetujui oleh majlis-majlis majlis-majlis penentu your tarikh ni. And they have hard time, to find this slot. Tak apalah, yang mana yang tak boleh tu let me know I akan kumpulkan lah. You will do later. Because saya tak tahu, mungkin that day ada lagi yang kan yang tak boleh. Okay. So tomorrow or today you dah rasa relax sikit dah, tomorrow not many classes or tomorrow pun banyak lagi kelas. You all.
Banyak assignment je.
Banyak assignment lah Walaupun tak ada kelas, otak penuh penuh dengan queue job yang tak siap-siap. Okay, today I'm going to brief you about your test how the format of the test lah. You can always ask me. Kita dah baca Fatihah ke belum Dah kan? Tak apa, baca lagi sekali lah.
Macam sini ke?
Solution ni. Dah full item mau
You
soalan.
see how forgetful I can be. When so many things. Sekarang ni student tengah nak hantar tu chapter 1 of FYP. I ramai sangat student di semester. Ada 8. Ingat 6, 7, 8. 8. Itu yang baru tau. Lepas tu semua duk buat chapter 1. Then have to read satu-satu. Ni sebenarnya I nak tengok ni, this one. I nak tengok ni. So whatever you can always chat beside me. Can ask. Can you see my word here?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Test 1 is a 2-hour test. And then is this we have 2 parts, part A and part B. Ini I letak-letak aja. This format is all that we have discussed, and this is all the keperluan of the subject, and these are the syllabus, how to say, the kind of format lah that we agree with all cawangan. Dengan semua cawangan pun semua follow this concept lah, but of course lah soalan tu ada sikit kelainan lah. Cannot be same one, macam different lecturer have different style, mesti ada sikit kelainan. Tapi basically this one lah. And then part A, estimate you answer in 40 minutes lah, but I think less lah, 30 minutes pun dah siap dah ni. And then the topic cover is module 1 and module 2. This one is from your U Future, not the module from my slide. My slide ada sampai berapa? Lebih kurang 14 kan, sampai minggu 14. This one is only up to 6 ke 5 je module. But the content, itulah follow that one Then we have introduction to data and the requirement. Requirement I will brief you today, whatever we done today. And then the taxonomy, what we want from you for this part A ialah understanding. We want to see, can you understand? Can you apply what you understand? So 20 marks lah. But this is just lebih kurang lah. Probably you akan ada extra 5 ke, less 5 ke, lebih kurang And the total mark is 20 because the total mark is 70 only. Not 100%, not 100. Depends sometimes 70, sometimes 80, depend on the question. But roughly this one 30%. 30% of your total mark. And then the mark here tak kisah pun. Kalau I bawa 50 pun, I still take 30%. So these are kind of question Contextual design, this one you tak belajar lagi. Tapi they will not come out lah. But question lebih kurang macam ni lah. What is a contextual design? Is a user-centered design process developed by this person. What are the 3 impact of this to the user? I will not ask you what is it. I give you siap-siap. It's a user-centered design. I will not ask you what is contextual design. No. That kind of question will not appear. Because that one you cut and paste sahaja and I cannot see. Will you understand or not? I cannot assess you. Sebab cut and paste kan. But this one, the impact. The impact, this one you kena fikir sikit. It's an open book. This test is an open book. Like I told you before, kalau I tak open book pun, yang disadvantage adalah yang follow rule and regulation. Yang tak follow rule and regulation, dia will get high mark. Yang betul-betul ikut honors akan get low mark. So now we make it open book. So the impact of contextual design to user, I might not say user, I might say to Uitm as an example, or maybe to students specifically, or maybe to cleaner specifically. Benda-benda macam tu So the answer here memang 9 markah because I say 3. So 1 impact will be 3 marks. So 3 marks, you give lah 3, minimum 3 points and above lah. Bila I baca, walaupun you bagi 3 point, not so clear, you might not get that mark. I tengok clear, I tak boleh kata point. Because sometimes you bagi point pun, dia tak clear. That's not defined. Some is very common, point 1, lain point 2, lain point 3 dengan point 1 tu sama. Sometimes can also be that way. I get this kind of answer lah selalunya. Lebih kurang aja selalunya I bubuh arrow, I bubuh atas, I naikkan sama, I will say same. Test 1 I will return back, but not test 2. Your assignment and your test 2 I will not return back. What I return to you ialah your project and your test 1. The rest become your carry mark. These are the things. So in basic visualization design, color play a vital role. They assist in storytelling. Remember your story? The message from the graph tu you nak highlight kan, the pattern. Storytelling tu the pattern lah, the pattern from the graph tu. Explain how the quantity of color affect the visualization. So can you remember what is the maximum number of color? I nak want to see. Tulis type there in the meeting, in the chat there. Yes. Some more? Ada lagi? Semua agree 7. Aikal agree 7. Today dah naik dah 45. I can take attendance lah. Yeah, 7. So yes. So you say choice of colour for how many quantity of colour? 7. Tapi you tengoklah markah 5. Takkanlah you go 7 I bagi you 5 kan. How the quantity of colour, this 7 ni affect the visualization. Jadi you cakaplah kalau dia terlampau banyak, it becomes so crowded, too many. And then when it becomes so crowded, it's very difficult to to grasp the information. You have to ponder longer to the graph in order to understand, in order to grasp the meaning from the graph. Itulah effectnya. Usually student fail on that part. Fail to answer the effect ni, effect the visualization ni. They can answer 7, yes. Quantity of colour 7. So if lebih jadi apa? If kurang jadi apa? Bab tu yang selalunya bab yang bahagian yang explanation tu lah. Because you suka yang memorize je kan. Yang analyze, justify you lemah sikit. Sedangkan this subject is data science, is about analysis. You have to analyze the data, extract the message behind the data yang tak clear. Graph berbagai-bagai, rupa shape berbagai-bagai, shape naik, shape turun, everything. So how you interpret. So sama So you have to give me the answer. And then choice of color for visualization is important to stimulate human cognitive for spread understanding. Betul. Human cognitive, the choice of color ni, spread understanding. So explain the statement. Now I bagi ni, I cakap lah. So how you make it deeper. Choice of color ni, you can see from different angle. Because my question, semuanya very besar, very big. Not very specific. So you can see from different angle. You can kupas choice of color. It mean kalau this one I dah tak tanya lah. Ni I dah tanya, you janganlah jawab quantity. Kalau tak tanya, you cakaplah the quantity of color. Okay, choice of color kan. Choice of color in terms of the quantity of the color, in terms of is it one color, is it good enough? Is it a hue color is good enough? So when hue color is suitable, you ambil satu then you kupas. You dapat 5 because can see from different angle. You ambil satu, you kupas should be okay. Explain the statement ni, choice of color. Okay, maybe you say maybe contrast, in term of contrast. And because this is choice of color, pilihan color. You ceritalah. Very important to stimulate human cognitive. Kalau unless I cakap 2 ke 3, yang tu you kupas lah. Sometimes you might not give 1, you might give 3. So I say okay, you cakap pasal contrast of color, you cakap gradient of color, color hue 3, then you kupas. I tengok oh ya, you understand. You dapatlah 5 markah kat sini. Not necessary 1, 2. That's why I say mine is very how to say, general question. I want to see your understanding from your perspective. You might, 2 different people will see from 2 different perspective. Tak kisah. Janji from your perspective is correct, from your perspective is also correct. Kalau I bagi tu limit tu kecil, I tell you, you end up see satu benda tu je lah. Not a bigger scope. Jadi semua akan jawab jawapan yang sama, akan tukar-tukar soalan. Tukar-tukar jawapan. Okay, this one. Because someone might answer 1 tapi very deep. Some might answer 3 but not so deep, general. So, okay ke? Dah rasa, I tahu you all suka soalan yang very rigid. Rigid. Itu je jawapan je. No. Like I say, the nature of this subject, the nature of data science is not that. It's not rigid. You can argue, you can fight. You keluarkan satu graph, this pattern, you can argue, you can fight lagi. As long as you have fakta, you can prove whatever you say, you are right. For the decision to be meaningful, the process data must qualify for the following characteristic: accurate and completeness. This one for your project kan, must be accurate, must be complete. So what does it mean by data accurate? So some students, they answer data accurate, it means that they are accurate. They have a higher accuracy daripada verb jadi adjective jadi verb, macam tu je lah. Accurate, it means data accurate ni, they really measure what is supposed to be measured lah, the actual value lah. So that is accurate lah. Complete ni, data must be complete. Some data dia ada melopong sana, melopong sini. Tak complete kan. Sometimes not complete data we buang aja, we cannot process. If you have big data lah. But for statistic, statistic is good at process small data. So they still take this incomplete data and they still perbaiki lah, tampal sana, tampal sini. Then they still use the data. Kalau data science, machine learning, no, dia buang aja. So data are big. We can afford to buang the data. So briefly explain about them and give one example of each. What the example of data accurate? Example of data yang complete. And then identify the problem. Sometimes I might not say give a data example in a general tau. I say how about explain accuracy and completeness in terms of student punya markah. Okay, student pro markah punya markah. What does it mean by accurate? Of course lah, you dapat 95.5, I bagi 95.5 lah kan. Mestilah accurate. Complete, mestilah data tu complete. Maksud dia section A, section B. Section A ada 3 soalan, section B got how many soalan. So every single one ada markah kat situ. Complete lah. So benda-benda tu lah. Dia senang je nak explain. Identify, okay, this one is a functional requirement. Later I will go through. For computer science, IT student, you know lah what is a functional requirement. This class, computer science and IT, you tahu je. So, I will give you like a case study like this. A user will log into the system by providing relevant information. He or she will be automatically logged out if it being inactive. So what does it mean? It means that, what is the function? The function, it means that when user give a proper information, relevant information like their password, they will log in, and then if they idle for a certain period of time, they will be logged out. So the system must support that kind of functionality. Like example, if you masuk dalam bank kan, bank punya website. But this one, the reason we learn this one is because you have system development, your Power BI tu. Of course lah, your Power BI is a small system saja, but we also study lah generally this one. Student will be able to enroll. So you must have a button to allow user to enroll. Okay, and also be able to update their profile. So ada dua function kat sini, enroll for the course and another function ialah update the profile. So at least ada dua button lah, button untuk enroll, button untuk profile. The system will display the graph at the bottom of the page near the table X, but not too big. So the location of the graph lah, not too big ni adalah non-functional. Not too big, not too small is non-functional. Yang penting ada graph. There is a graph. Okay, and the location of the graph ni semua adalah non-functional lah. Okay, big data is everywhere. This is big data. Data visualization is after you complete all your process under the big data, then only you visualize. You visualize also data besar-besar, data, big data lah. Velocity, variety, and then whatever. Apa lagi lah, dia ada 3 V. Velocity, variety, and volume. Volume dia very big. That one is all the jargon lah. Velocity data keep on changing, especially streaming data. Masuk. And then volume data tu besar. Variety tu format berbeza-beza. And then you have to visualize it. Okay, explain briefly the importance of big data in Uitm. Okay, these are the things that students lalu. Bila cakap je Uitm, dia ingat FSKM je. Dia ingat course dia je, program dia je. You see bigger scope. It can also be human resource department. It can also be maintenance department. Maintenance, we have one big office tu dekat nak cakap pun tak tahu, dekat sebelum FSKM tu yang sebelah bukit tu. Sebelah Uitm lah, tapi satu nerai dengan FSKM yang sebelah tu. So that one is maintenance. And then we also have what? Bendahari. And then we also have chancellery. Chancellery is all the management lah, all the manager duduk situ lah to manage the whole Uitm throughout the whole Malaysia. They are there. They are the management lah, even though they also pensyarah kan. So, and then you can go deeper ni. Importance of big data ni. And then you can see bigger scope. So I see some people will see from management point of view. Some people will see from maintenance from point of view. Benda-benda macam tu kan. That's why I say, ada 100 lebih student impossible lah kan. You all terkena. Kalau you cakap pasal HR pun, you can see from different angle. HR might see, satu Malaysia punya HR ni, satu Malaysia punya staff, kita ada berapa belasan ribu staff. Itu kita dapat 12,000. Oh no, more. We have many. Belasan ribu staff on the whole Malaysia. Then we want to see something, because HR kan, probably they want to see, kenapa staff from this cawangan asyik sakit aja. They want to see, is it the weather there? Is it the location there? Kalau location tu, kanan dia see another one sihat walafiat sebab dia want to pergi pantai. Kalau Terengganu very nice, I like. Terengganu bukan dia kecil kan, I rasa macam very nice, nyaman aja Terengganu tu. Kalau Shah Alam ni, panas. Panas. Kalau Kedah pun very peaceful dia. Macam Jasim pun very nice. Dia ke dalam. I suka tempat-tempat yang dalam kampung ni. Very nice, peaceful. Monyet pun banyak kat Jasim. Dulu I duduk Jasim kan, I told you kan. I was there for 2 years. Pergi hantar sekejap, mula-mula buka. When stabil, hantar balik sini. Dipinjamkan lah macam tu. So, you can see from different angle HR nak tengok benda-benda tu kan, the importance of big data, because in Uitm you see the important for HR, the important for bendahari. What is so important to bendahari? They want to see duit banyak tu, which cawangan or which department have more staff, have more. Kalau Professor Madya, the salary are more, which portion is the spend more money lah. Kalau maintenance, they want to see which fakulti ni yang sok je barang dia. Kan, Uitm ni. Of course lah, why we need big data analytic. Data analytic ni dia tak lain tak bukan adalah untuk mencari maklumat from the data, mencari understanding the situation of given scenario. Itu je data analytic ni. Dia punya finding, remember dia punya finding adalah the story tu of the data. Jadi cerita pasal story lah. The importance of the data in Uitm. Because we have so many data, tapi nak dapat memang tak bolehnya, susah. Dulu melalui dekan pun tak dapat. Banyak dia punya cakadak itu ini. Lalas, dekan pun dah fed up, tak payah. Because we computer science kan, we nak buat, we can do lah. For the whole Uitm, analyze all this thing. Now they have satu department yang memang kerja dia memang analyze tu. Dah tu department macam tu okey lah, because ditubuhkan khas untuk analyze. Dia panggil strategic, Uitm strategic. Apa-apa strategic semua kat situ lah. Strategic decision lah, nak buat keputusan apa, then they will take the analyze. Dia orang pun pakai Power BI sebenarnya, tak pakai benda lain, Power BI sahaja. Quite big also So 3 function of data visualization. 3 function ni I already briefed you last week. The first one is to record information, the second one is to explore, and the third one is to support your statement. Dia macam mengukuhkan statement you, mengukuhkan decision you. Yang explore tu you mencari-cari. Yang another one to prove something. Yes, you tengok ni, fakulti maintenance cakap, you tengok fakulti ni, asyik rosak je. Student dia ganas-ganas ke apa ni? Asyik rosak je barang. Contohnya lah kan maintenance ni. Yang lain okey je, kerusi semua cantik ataupun pensyarah ni. Ganas-ganas pensyarah ni, kerusi asyik patah je. Or maybe the quality that they supply, the product that they supply to that faculty, dia dah tukar vendor, and that vendor, the quality is wrong. Before this, we use different vendor. Kita kena cari what is the kata saya ada punca tu. Ada punca permasalahan tu. Jadi of course we explore. And then that is the second stage tu, you explore. Bila you dapat exploration, you get the answer, then you want to support it, you take the graph for supporting. When you go for meeting, you capture kan, you screenshot the gambar apa semua tu, you letak. You see from what we have seen, all this one is okay. After we change the vendor, you tengok this is what happened. Fakulti FSKM, all this one tak ada kerusi patah. Ini the lecturer bukan ganas. Ini all the student bukan ganas. It's just that after. Benda-benda macam tu kan. Then, that is the 3 things. And then I tell you, every semester I come out with this question and still tak boleh jawabnya. Dia akan explanation tu dia tak faham. What does it mean by supporting? Dia akan selalu I buat error lah. Pilih soalan pertama balik. Dia jawab pertama tu, to preserve information. To preserve information is your non-graphical graph tu yang you buat for your assignment tu. Benda-benda tu lah. Ni semua your assignment dah touch ni. Okay. And then I also brief you dah last week. I will not ask you benda yang you tak tanya. It's just that how you apply it sahaja. I will not ask direct. It's apply. How you apply it. Benda-benda ni lah. Function. I dah. Ataupun I cakap, tu kat Uitm ni. Macam mana you nak guna. Yang selalunya yang satu for teaching boleh lah. Sebab is to preserve information used for teaching. And they will stick to fakulti je lah. FSKM. So teaching fakulti. Then dia cakap pasal dekan. No, you see bigger scope. Exploration dia cakap dekan. Dekan nak tengok student pass, student fail. Dia limit dia kat situ je. They cannot see bigger. Please see bigger. Data scientist, you have be able to see bigger. And then this one. This kind of question surely come out. Tapi different graph. The image below show a dashboard design for say. Okay, one thing you can see soalan macam banyak kan. But actually this one is from different paper. Soalan you 3-4 je. Ni je. Probably bagi 3 je. Tak nak bagi banyak-banyak lah. Sebab student selalu cakap tak sempat. 3 soalan je. But the kind of question they can ask for that 3 question. Nah, bukan sebanyak ini The image below show a dashboard design, okay, about a sale performance. Identify 4 possible functional requirement. So, 4 possible, you see functional requirement keluar kat sini. See functional requirement keluar kat sini. Jadi kalau keluar kat sini, dia tak akan keluar kat sini. Macam tu je, I will not ask twice. Okay. Okay. 4 possible functional requirement based on the screen. Tengoklah apa functional requirement dia. Maksud dia be able to zoom, be able to filter, be able to benda-benda function lah. Function apa yang boleh buat, apa yang boleh buat. Ni ada arrow ni, I can go to the next performance, I can zoom, I can filter, or I can change, I can give the same one, but I say for research question. Research question tu adalah what you are looking for or hypothesis you. Apa you nak tengok ni daripada graph ni, finding. For findings. Sometimes the terminology tu you tak faham, please ask during exam, I will be there. You tanya dalam group, jangan tanya individu. Sebab bila I tanya dalam group, at least semua boleh tengok. You tak faham terminologi, ini maksud dia apa. Tapi sometimes yang I think yang macam I kata benda tu you should know, I tak akan jawab lah. I will say, oh this one I cannot answer, I will tell you. So I cannot answer. If I answer, it become jawapan lah. Contohnya macam tu. Okay, kalau I think it's just a terminology and it help you to understand, to answer better, I will answer. So bila angin menyuk I ni. Okay. And then basic visualization design, these few elements which are position, shape, color and so on kan. One of the important element is color. Describe 5 ways in which color can be imposed visualization in an attempt to highlight story in the visualization. Dia cakap lah macam mana you nak make the story too obvious. Of course lah, grayscale kan. And then we are talking about color. Yang color tak guna, kalau color using arrow for the label and the label to same color as the line. Remember or not? We have line merah, then the label dia pun merah. Tu color tu. Okay. Highlight story. Story to make it clear. And then beside color, you might say that kalau color lain dull, color dia very obvious ataupun tulisan, benda-benda macam tu lah. So 10 markah kat sini explain So this one is critique. This is like your assignment. Your assignment you have done this, so now I give different. Critique the following chart. So you say, kritik lah apa saja. It's very open, tak ada title ke, tak ada legend ke. Ni ada dia punya legend dia. And then you say tulisan too small ke. And then tak ada contrast. It's very open. Contrast tulisan dengan background ke. I minta 3 je. You tulis lah, takkan ke. You satu kelas kan akan bagi benda yang sama. Impossible sebab so many things can be critic here. Okay, even the graph you say the chart pun tak betul, wrong chart pun boleh. Apa saja from your instinct you tengok, from your understanding, from kan bila 6 week in the class, from your understanding you realise that it's not good. Tulisan ni tak clear ke, ni gambar ni tak clear. Tak nak gambar, tulis je female, male. Kata, from your justification lah. Yeah, the colour is so bad. Betul Natasha, the colour is so bad. Okay, the colour is so bad, you get marker, tapi will not get full mark. Why it's so bad? Please provide why. Critique the following chart and provide suggestion to improve the following chart. Why it is bad? Every time I ask, must say bad. Why bad? Natasha already say good job. Natasha, you say the colour is bad, but why? Can someone answer? Why it is bad? Kalau yang tu you dapat tak even separuh pun, kalau ada 3 markah, 1 markah aja. I want to see your understanding. Kalau macam tu, anybody can say colour is bad, line is bad, tulisan is bad. I cannot understand. I cannot see what level of understanding you are. Okay, I want to see. Natasha already start, very good. Some for the both gender make it confusing. Yes, same color, female, male, same color. Also betul. The color gender symbol to replace the picture in the background. Okay, due to the color, can't see the picture in the background. Yes, very like watermark. Okay, depends. There is no color contrast. Yes, betul. Bad because no contrast. Have no significant differences. Yes, tak ada different. Poor contrast. And the text color and the background color. Yes, text color dengan ni not so, tak ada contrast. Sepatutnya kena ada contrast. Benda-benda macam tu. Betul. They use almost same shade of the color. Yes. Same shaded kan, you tengok left and right, this one and this one kan, dia merah terang sikit, kurang sikit. Yes, the shaded does not have contrast. Yes, make it difficult to see the difference. Sebenarnya you say macam ni, this is the good answer from abang. Okay, color contrast not good, does it make difficult to see, to differentiate it. Betul, kesan dia. Text color and the poor contrast of the text color and the background color. So what? So you tambahkan sikit lagi. No significant differences. When no significant differences, you cerita lagi. Selalunya this is, if you can write like this kan, difficult to see different, it mean you really understand. Orang yang boleh justify macam ni, they really understand. So usually I tengok benda-benda macam ni lah. Okay. So you suggest yes. Okay, the shaded ni. Bila is to become like this is, it is you susah nak grasp information. You kena tenung lama baru nampak. This one not so obvious kan. Not so obvious the different ni. Okay, betul. Okay, these are the things. So write 3 critique in the point form. And 3 suggestion. When you suggest, okay, it's up to you. Some people they lukis balik. Lukis dengan tangan saja tau. Tak payah guna komputer ke apa ke. Tapi if you think that if you use komputer, Word ke, Paint ke, it's better, it's up to you. Masa you lukis tu, I will not see so much of the data ni. Size terbesar kecil sikit ke apa ke, it's not important to me. Because it's impossible kan, you nak dapat size betul-betul size, and then in the exam lagi kan. I just want to see about this one je lah, color-color benda-benda ni je lah, the choice of your graph tu je. Gender, customer type tu je. 3 suggestion to improve. Then you suggest, then you don't say change the color. Change the color saja, so what? Change the graph. I will not give you mark on that. Change the graph to something, what graph? Change the color to what? You explain. Bila you explain, dia baru nampak, oh you faham. Okay, let's see part B. Okay, it can be 45, it can be 40. But the marker 70%. Then roughly it's 90 minutes. This one module 2 and module 3. Module 3, this one, module 2 afterward I will go through with you. Module 3 ni ialah your assignment. Your assignment. But this one is limited to hierarchy and network. Yours is besar. Because you can see non-graphical and graphical type, right? So probably I will come up with non-graphical graph kat sini lah. So this one we want to analyze 50% out of the 70%, more on analysis. To create 20%. Create is problem solving. You solve the problem. This is critical thinking, 50%. And honestly, when we design all these things, when we develop this course kan, bukan sebarangan suka-suka tau. This is all approved by Ministry of Education. And then they they force. They tell us, okay, now we want IR 4.0. Semua universiti akan tukar. Tak kira lah universiti mana you pergi. And then luckily, we punya dah memang IR 4.0. That day I dah change dah, I dah buat dah. Yang the latest one, tapi tak banyak changes. Semester depan lah. Dah masuk meeting semua dah benda tu, cuma approval sahaja. Belum lagi. So when get approval tapi tak banyak changes. Memang macam ni lah juga analyze grade. We want rakyat Malaysia yang ada critical thinking. Sebab kebat dah start dah. Your SPM kan kebat semua dah start dah. Critical thinking, you analyze, you give reason. Benda-benda tu. Okay, so question probably 6 to 8 mark. I pun tak nak bagi banyak lah, probably 6 saja lah. Probably 5 ke macam tu lah. So this one mark off besar lah. One question macam ni can go to 20 to 25 marks. Sebab tak banyak dia tak banyak lah. When I say 6 tu sebab anak-anak dia banyak lah ni. Anak-anak dia banyak ni. Anak dia banyak. So I will give like graph like a chart like this. Okay, table like this. Then I say okay, these are about what. Kan explain sikit, introduction sikit. Then I will ask the target column stated whether the customer join the campaign or not. Cerita-cerita sikit. Then this is a marketing campaign. And overall revenue. So I say I bagi general je. Okay, from this one what are the 5 research question? Research question ataupun hypothesis ataupun knowledge extraction. 5 knowledge extraction that you can get from here. I suka buat research question sebab you will ask the question like how demography affect the buying power. Demography tu ni lah you punya income, you punya age kan. You duduk kawasan mana, how does it affect the buying power? Kalau you bagi macam tu, it show that you really understand. Kalau you tell me age, what is the higher age? What is the lower age? Yang tu itu high school punya level lah. High school punya level tu usually I will give you list 5 tapi markah dia 7 ke 8. So if you leave 5 and like a high school level, you dapat 5 lah. Tapi if you list in a very analytical way, you can absorb that if I am a manager, what I want to see. Of course, I tak nak see high and low. Ni buat apa higher you kan? I boleh tengok sendiri dah what is high, what is low. I want more and analyze, more and critical, like how the demographic affect buying power. So that kind, you get extra 3 mark tu lah. It's not extra 3 mark, you dapat 8 lah. I will give you 8 tapi I minta 5. So these are the things, your research question tu. Then nanti you kena kupas lah how the demography tu. You have to answer your research question tu. And then give 5 research question or hypotheses that can develop from the data set to achieve the objective. Okay, list our attribute column because sometimes you have so many column. But your research question only menggunakan certain saja column. Okay lah, that's why I say different people will have different research question. And when they have different research question, they have different column that we use. This is what I want. Okay, sketch the visualization. Kalau this kind of visualization apa yang sesuai? You look lah. The data is not important. I don't want to see the data impossible for you. to plot satu plot. Don't plot, don't plot. You will not have time to plot 58, 48 ni. Don't. You just lukis saja graf tu. I know, oh, you are using star chart example. You lah. Lukis dengan tangan pun tak apa. Ataupun you go to Excel ke apa, you just capture saja the plot tu, lepas tu you tulis saja dengan tangan ke apa ke, is okay. As long as you have enough time to do that. I will not penalize. Sengit-sengit is not important. Janji masa you tulis tu, I nak tengok lah ni, exit ni, label ni. Selalu tertinggal. Title, X, Y, label tu semua I want to see. Sketch the visualization, because I say sketch sahaja. No, if I don't say sketch pun, you just tulis dengan tangan pun tak apa. Lukis. Oh yeah, when you answer, please answer in the question paper itself. Answer the question paper with the question. Ada soalan you jawab bawah tu, ada soalan you jawab. The reason is sometimes student dia jawab tapi jawapan dia tu I kata dia jawab soalan mana ni, apa yang dia jawab ni, I tak boleh detect dia jawab apa. Itu yang salah lah. Then I will refer to the question. Cepat je lah tengok kat atas. Okay, soalan ni dia jawab yang ni. Sometimes like that. Mula gitu And then 3 data on coronavirus ni. Yang ni I give Excel form. You just download. Prior to exam, test tu, you download siap-siap. Selalunya you don't worry. I give you time punya. I kata okay, now 5 minutes. Okay, you download siap-siap. Then you will see that data tu lah. So from here, again, soalan sama je. You tengok, ini dengan ni sama je soalan kan. Sama je soalan. List 5 research question. Because data lain-lain. List at least 2 visualization that you find suitable to answer your research question. Sometimes I tak tahulah, suka sangat dia orang guna bar chart. Every time semua nak guna bar chart. Sedangkan even hierarchy tree tu pun, hierarchy tu yang parent, children, grandchildren pun, I suggest they can use star, hierarchy star. Tapi still bar chart juga. Suka sangat bar chart. Tapi kalau suitable, okay lah. And explain why is suitable. Ini semua tak boleh cakap bar chart. Kenapa nak pakai bar chart? Sebab bar chart ni dia sesuai untuk see relative comparison. You can see easily kan daripada tinggi rendah. You can susun it sorting order. You can see daripada rendah sampai atas. That is the reason. If you say you want to use bar chart, pie chart because you want to see relative in terms of 100% tu, relative to the whole population. Benda-benda tu lah. If parallel, because you want to see relationship. Scatter plot pula, dia you want to see dia punya tu grouping tu, dia group tu. You kena cerita, tapi since you tak belajar, I might not ask you that one lah. I will ask you yang you punya assignment tu lah. Okay, tapi your assignment tu general tau, general kind of graph tu. Sebab scatter plot dia, you want to see the cluster. Cluster duduk kat bahagian mana clustering dia tu. So different graph ada own strength. Kenapa tu? I nak tahu tu lah. You kata you pakai scatter plot tu kenapa? If you want to see line chart, sebab you nak tengok progress itu naik turun, they are good for that. Kalau kata nak kata, then I can see, oh you faham. Betul lah, kenalah dengan, kalau you cakap scatter plot aja, how do I know? You dapat juga markah. As long as you jawab, dapat je markah. Tapi tak penuh lah. From the data set, which attribute that you think is not suitable to answer your research question? To attribute ni. Attribute tu column. Sometimes honestly lah, different school they always use different. Kalau computer science they will use parameter. Statistic they use attribute. Sometimes computer science they also like to use variable. Ni column ni call variable lah. To us is variable lah. Salary sebab berubah-ubah. Variable. These are parameter, but to statistic they will call this as attribute. Tapi benda yang sama. So all this terminology make sure you know lah. From the data set, which, tapi macam I takut you confuse. I selalu cakap column. Column, you tahu dah column lah, benda yang sama. From the data set, which attribute, okay, draw, sketch the graph, describe. Okay, describe basic visualization design that you apply to the graph. Basic visualization design tu adalah color, line, shape, thickness, proportion, side by side the data tu, itulah. You say you design red, kenapa you design? Tell me why. If you tell me why, I'm very happy. I suka sangat. It show that you really faham. I use red because why? This one I use grey because I don't want to highlight it so much. I use a female red, pink, and then male blue because it's intuitive colour. You explain sebab tu markah dia banyak. Kat sini. Then this one, this is apply. 3 map below show daily food sales information of cafeteria. If the cafeteria is only able to prepare 2 type of food, 2 type of food and 1 type of drink a day, what will be the best choice? You tengok sini, you suggest lah, because you are the analyst. You have to write a report and then you have to suggest to your customer. You say, okay, since you have limitation of pekerja ke apa semua, okay, we suggest you sell salad. Ni overseas lah, we Malaysia makan salad tak kenyang lah. Salad and wafer, 1 for lunch, 1 for breakfast. And then drink, we use tea lah, we see. Iced tea, people like iced tea more. Ni lebih kurang sama ni, tea ke iced tea. So we sell that one product. The rest, kalau lunch, we bagi air kosong je lah, free. Satu tong kat situ, dia serve themselves. Sebab we tak ada pekerja dah nak bancuh-bancuh air. We can only do it this morning saja. So you suggest to them, why? Because this one make the most sales, what? Besar kan? You have to tell me why lah, explain your answer. Why? Because jawapan dia senang je kan, they are the one that make more sale. Tu je. So this one, you are required to improve your better chart. Ni. Okay. Reproduce a better chart. Sometimes you can use a same chart. Improve sahaja. Ataupun you nak tukar terus the chart. Your choice. You are the analyst here. You can use Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Point. For this time, no. Dulu I allowed them to use. Dulu dia, kalau you nak pakai, I tak halang. Some ada je, dia pakai je. Dia pakai Excel. Dia pakai Excel. Lepas tu dia lukis dalam Excel tu. Tapi like I told you lah, whatever inside the data, I don't care. Because you nak dapat balik data ni bukan senang. You pun tak ada pun. Just you bubuh data merepek pun tak apa. As long as I want to see, you can derive a proper chart, colouring. You use ada legend kat situ. Benda tu je lah. To construct the new chart type, you can either create your own dummy data or use existing data set of the chart. Yang ni yang I bagi CSV tu lah. Okay, this another kan. From here, help Melissa to plot a proper chart that show the complete performance of each item. So this is Melissa, dia ada isu-isu kat sini. So this is before, and then you write lah after. This is before, this is after. Kalau you nak tukar pun tak apa. I pun tak tahu ni, I think dah itu ni. Macam tak kena. Tak kena. I think dah tak kena benda ni, yang punya charger ni. I don't even touch anything. Okay, so this one, okay, two suitable chart to show the subdivision and group segment. Ini definitely is hierarchy lah. Bila keluar je macam ni, you have to choose. I say subdivision, group, segment. Benda macam ni dia terus, you tak boleh pakai bar chart apa semua, dia terus hierarchical chart. Okay, yang macam ni, okay. There will be question on for you to extract the information. Given bagi chart ni, I will not ask you what is wrong, what is, semua dah complete, ada title, ada semua, legend semua. Okay, you are supposed to extract the information and tell me your understanding. From here you can see even though you can see healthy weight kan, healthy weight and underweight they use green. You tengok they use green. Kalau you, of course lah, kalau you nak comment, but this one I don't ask you to comment. Just what you understand. Then you be surprised. You see kalau I tengok this one, I did not know that. Oh sorry, this is healthy. Healthy is from here to here. Underweight very small. Red tu, yang red tu is underweight. Underweight kecil je. So you can see that most, this is example Malaysia lah. Most of the population, kalau dia tak cakap Malaysia, cakap lah population. Most of the population are healthy. Okay, however, overweight issue and obese ni tak banyak sangat. Not so much lah. And then you see underweight very less. You cerita as compared to others. Surprisingly, you kata Malaysia pun ada obese. Jarang lah kita tengok kan. Selalunya overseas lah. Ya, sebab dia all eat what? Cheese, meat. Semua kan meat tu penuh dengan, meat tu memang you nampak meat, tapi dalam dia tu a lot of fat. We makan nasi gula. Sebab tu kita are the highest diabetes, you tahu tak, in the world, among the highest diabetes. Sebab we eat rice and then we don't exercise. We kerja dalam aircon. And rice semua tu convert jadi gula. And we also drink, kalau overseas dia drink coffee tak ada gula lah. Plain, tak ada gula langsung. Sebab dulu I duduk sana, I pun drink macam dia orang. Sedap. Once lama, bila you dah biasa, you rasa sedap. Kopi dia wangi. You kalau pergi kat sana, dia punya shop dia tu, dia ada bin. Lepas tu you nak ambil, you ambil lah bin tu. Banyak different bin. Lepas tu you ambil the bin, you pergi tempat, you timbang, nanti dia grind for you, borang paket you balik. So different bin ada different taste dia. Itulah. Okay, you cakap macam tu, I teringin nak makan Starbucks pula. Aduh, sebut pasal kopi ni kan. Lama dah tak minum kat sana. And then you describe lah what you understand the obese as compared to others. You must do compare, jangan cakap yang macam high school tu tak nak. You say underweight, okay, there are less underweight as compared to others. Okay, so healthy. Most of the population are healthier. Okay, even though overweight is quite, high. Okay, it's quite high ni, quite high. Okay, but surprisingly, this obese ni lagi high, quite high. It's alarming lah. You cerita the story tu. Okay, this one also a story. Cerita lah. In a rezeki program, a single mother rezeki program, you cerita lah. Melaka, Selangor, apa semua, you cerita ni kat Kelantan, macam mana ni single mother ni. Is it surprisingly 2018 ni tinggi single mother rezeki program, distribute a single mother. Probably this is a good thing lah, because they can identify more single mother, then they can get more advantage as time pass by. Dulu sikit aja kerajaan tak banyak duit. Sekarang ni kerajaan dah banyak duit. More and more people get more. And then you can see they are all parallel tau. Parallel. Maksud dia distribution ni memang telus lah. Dia tak ada bagi dekat Pahang, orang lain tak dapat, tak ada. Telus lah sini, kita tengok. Kenapa I say telus? Because pembahagian tu from dari tahun ke tahun increase sama, lebih kurang sama banyak lah. Increase. And then Selangor paling banyak. Kelantan. Why Selangor paling banyak? You have to ask. Kalau I bertanya kenapa Selangor paling banyak, is it because the population is more? Ini Perlis sikit lah, dia population kecil. So is it because of that? Kalau you cakap Selangor, Perak pun besar. Perak kalau we drive tak lepas-lepas. Drive masih lagi dalam Perak. Drive dah jam dalam Perak lagi. Tak keluar Perak. Drive very big. Pahang pun quite big juga kan. So we have to, but this one tak payah. You just see whatever here, you just jawab je. So itu this is also another way lah. Income, then you cerita the story. Okay, that's about briefing on your test. Any question? Okay, give me 5 minutes. I think I need to drink water sekejap. Okay, kita sambung This one, user requirement. Can you see?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Kamaru, tak ada soalan ke?
As for now, I'm okay.
Okay.
Alright.
So, how should I call you? Kamaru ke? Ada short form ke? Ada apa ke?
Normally, people will call me Adha, but I don't really have a preference.
You don't have any preference lah. Anything also boleh lah.
As long as it's my name and nothing else.
Okay. Yalah, you ada dua nama.
Okay. Yeah.
Kamarul. Tapi I like Kamarul.
Oh, really? Okay. Same as my mom.
Oh, so lah. Mak-mak punya level kot
All right. Also, Doctor, there are several messages in the chat. You have to scroll down to see the new ones. Yep.
Oh, ada bawah ni.
Just wanted to inform you. Yep.
Oh, yalah, tak perasan
Yeah, it's okay.
Let me see. Color contrast. Yeah, it's necessary to have the much or negative space. Yes. Space also important also. In drawing, space also memainkan peranan sebenarnya. Tea pun plain, okay. Okay. Oh, now you allow me to minum teh ya? I nak minum kopi. Okay. Yeah. Tapi sebenarnya bukan nak minum kopi tu, nak lepak tu je. You duduk, sit, drink, relax. Sometimes I just tell you lah, I have a very bad habit. Sometimes I pergi do laundry. I pergi spin tu, keringkan tu. Sebenarnya bukan nak apa, sebenarnya I nak duduk situ, I nak lepak. Get away. Kalau you duduk rumah, banyak benda you nak buat. Tapi if you go there, you tak boleh buat apa. Tak ada benda kat situ. You have no choice but to relax. Itu je sebenarnya. Force yourself to relax. Okay, let's see here. Data representation and reporting technique. Low class. Bismillah. Sekejap ni. Okay, so functional requirement. This is about the system. First, you know is a user requirement. Usually we get user requirement, you know what user want. Of course lah, your Power BI small je, kecil je kan, but still it is a system. Functional, you know what user want, what is their research question. Remember your chapter 1 tu? You dah tahu dah apa you nak cari, apa masalah and how you going to solve it, what are the things you are looking for. And then from there, it is a high level statement of what the system should do. Of course lah, from what user want and then your system have to support it. So it become functional requirement. Functional user requirement, what user want. And then maybe I buang this one lah. Probably macam confused sikit kan. Okay. User requirement. I think buang terus pun boleh kot. Obvious. User requirement. of what the system should do. Bila user know, then you must have a system that meet what the user want. So we have functional system requirement. It means this system must have all the ciri-ciri to answer your research question. Describe clearly about the system service in detail. Service dia lah. Your Power BI will be there, the Zoom facility, there the this graph, you are using this graph, that graph. Why? You have to explain why your choice of graph. You use this graph because you will answer your research question 1. You use this graph. The combination of 2 graph will answer research question 2 and 3. Contohnya macam tu. Not necessary satu graph, satu research question no. Sometimes 2 graph can answer 3 question at the same time. Because the relationship among them. Okay. Functional system requirement. Describe clearly about the system. What the system tu lah, apa the system to support, how the system support. Any requirement which specify what the system should do. The system should do what? Your system will have the first screen is an introduction about your system and so on. Then when you go to a second screen, then only about the dashboard, about everything. Probably I require satu screen saja. For your project I require in term of graph satu screen saja. Of course the first one is just introduction about your system and so on, which you just cut and paste saja from your from your report. And then the second one is about your dashboard. I require tu. I tak require 3-4 semua, but some student they give me extra. So pun selalunya I don't want to give advantage on that lah. Nanti you all buat lebih-lebih, bukan apa I tahu. We are having 14 weeks. You buat lebih-lebih akan jadi satu beban. If I recognize you buat lebih-lebih, it's something like benchmark dan semua orang nak ikut. No just satu screen is cukup lah. The first screen adalah untuk introduction, second screen cukup lah. Like I say lah kan, if you want more, you can take advanced class lah. Any requirement we specify what the system should do as describe particular behavior of the function of the system when a certain condition is met. Send email when a customer sign up. Contohnya macam ni lah. Every time a customer sign up, you send them an email. Or every time they want to delete, you have to confirm with them. Are they sure they want to delete? Takut-takut dia accidentally press the button. Benda-benda macam tu. And then what you punya system surely ada zoom, filter, cross filtering, apa-apa sajalah. The first step is about your system. And then second tab is about your dashboard. Kalau you ada 3, you cerita more specific apa ada. Macam tu lah. Okay, button-button lah. Your simple je. Your system is a small one. But still it is a system. It's a dashboard system. Because when you give a report, they will read the report, of course. And then when they want to know further, something trigger them, something interest them, they will go back to your dashboard and drill more information. So of course you must have a drill down capability. They call it drill down capability. I mean you can zoom, you can explore, you can filter. Itulah, all this terminology lah. Visual analytic semua. You boleh explore. Explore is a dynamic. And then when you say drill down capability is you zoom until if you are talking about Malaysia go to Selangor, Selangor go to Shah Alam, Shah Alam go to where? Section 2 go lagi di. Like let's see what is a functional requirement for a cup. What is the purpose of a cup? Purpose of a cup is to able to contain tea or coffee without leaking. Itu tugas dia. The function of a cup. Sama. What is the purpose of your dashboard? Your dashboard allow people to explore. In order to explore, you have to have button for exploration lah. Tapi you use for BI, still okay lah. It's automatic, right? You zoom, you filter, you select. Tapi if you were to add some yang SQL punya kan button, you want to do a drop down, select. Jadi these are the thing where The function will help user to explore data. So let's see. Now these are some of typical functional requirement include business rule, step-by-step process. If I were to apply cuti, what we do satu step by step, because different organisation different. Probably other department, other business owner, the pekerja just fill in the form directly to the boss sign. Okay, your ITM different. I have to give to my KPP. KPP give to dekan. KPP will approve. The approve go to dekan. Dekan approve. Timbalan dekan. Then only go to HR. The HR will keep the record. Dia punya proses tu kan. So these are the things you cannot learn in school kan. It's the culture of the business lah. You masuk business tu, you follow lah the rule. And then functional requirement. Requirement dia, these are the process. Tak boleh skip. These are the authentication ni. How to say you want to verify lah kan. Verify who can use it, who cannot use it and so on. Authorization level lagi. Like I can see certain things, you cannot see certain things from your future. Benda tu lah. See all these things lah. Historical. How if I want to see historical data, can I? Like Shopee, can I see what I buy previously? Yes. The function must support it. So must have a function that support historical data. Okay, legal or all this legal issue. If you contohnya lah, apa yang legal issue? If you were to download certain information, you must get certain approval, legal ke apa ke. So all this functional ni, you must get for your system. Like as an example lah, another one is for the happiness index that I developed is only for top management sahaja. Lecturer, staff, dekan semua tak boleh tengok. Ada setengah-setengah benda. They can see the report only because report we just extract what they can see. That's all. So this dashboard you put password lah. They say that whoever have the password, so they only can see the data. And then let's see non-functional requirement. Non-functional ialah how. Example lah, the cup just now. The non-functional requirement for the cup. Okay, just now it say it's contain coffee and tea, right? We say just now kan, it can hold coffee and tea. But now we say contain hot liquid. It just not contain coffee or tea, but liquid, not hot liquid. Without heating up to more than 45 degrees Celsius. So it means that it can contain a drink, okay, any liquid, but no more than 45 degrees Celsius. Itu sifat dia, behavior dia. Tadi fungsi. Non-functional adalah fungsi dia. Fungsi is to hold. Non-functional ialah sifat dia. Dia kan, fungsi dia simpan air. Air yang suam-suam kuku je lah. 45 not suam-suam kuku ni, more than ni. Okay. And then, so example this one. We say database. You must have the button. If I click the button will update my data in database. That is the fungsi of that button lah. Okay. This system must allow user to update their information. Kena ada fungsi tu. Maybe mana tahu dulu anak 2, sekarang anak 3. So this the fungsi, and you have to do it in 2 seconds. The 2 second this is a non-functional. Be able to update is a functional. In 2 seconds, the behavior process of updating tu must be in 2 seconds. Because there is system yang you they take like tengah malam, 12 tengah malam baru dia update. Then you can see the changes tomorrow. And then like if you see turn it in you too, the first time, yes, on the spot they will tell you. But second time, if you submit, they give you 24 hours the next day. The reason is because they want you to pay more. If you get the basic, this is what they give. But if you pay extra, you 24 hours, you can get the result at all time. So they purposely do it. Non-functional requirement to correctly state. This is because it's affect user experience. All this affect user experience. Like I said, yeah, I give you a dashboard. The dashboard got graph, can see this, can do this. Ya, semua boleh. Tapi rendering lukis the graph tu, it takes so slow. If I click one button, dia nak lukis balik, I have to wait. And then when I want to zoom, wait, because they have to redraw. Functional lepas. Memang semua ada answer, but so slow. That part we call it user experience. I think you pun tahu kan, UX kan, UX. So all this user experience, user acceptance, benda-benda ni people doing PhD, doing research on this tau. Dia bukan satu benda yang how to say not important, very important, because honestly lah, like me kan, I will use Shopee, I will not use Lazada because of the user experience when I use the system tu. Ia memainkan peranan. Itulah cakap, kita nampak macam alah sistem, no lah, sometimes you use the system, you stress. Nak cari tu tak jumpa, cari ni tak jumpa, stress nak pakai. Oh, I tell you, ada je sistem Uitm ni yang quite stressful. Dia nak pakai je stress, especially when you want to fill in benda-benda wajib lah, macam they want to baru-baru ni esok lah due date, baru ni ada isi dah, ada sikit nak modify. Macam mana nak cakap example lah kan, I dah buat publication, I dah publish. Scheduling, you give it to me, I schedule. You yang masuk sistem semua, scheduling I schedule. And then you assign me a job. Okay, Zainura, you buat job ni, you bagi paper, you bagi surat lantikan semua. So semua tu you ada surat rujukan semua, surely masuk sistem kan. Tapi kan twice a year you have to fit in semua benda tu balik dalam satu sistem. Kenapa dia tak tarik je benda tu? Kan semua pakai database. You fit in lah. This semester I mengajar satu-satu tau, bukannya satu macam you ada 5 kan, I have to fit in 10 kali lah. 10 kali fit in, student ni ada berapa orang, lab berapa jam, kelas berapa jam, you fit in satu-satu. How many, satu-satu I have to key in semua FYP punya student, dia class code, dia title, fit in. Semualah benda-benda tu. Then the system, kalau you salah isi, lepas tu dia give you message tau. Dia give you message, semua kosong. Lepas tu you isi balik bertahun-tahun. They cannot even update that kind of system. I pun pening. I pun tak apalah. Jangan komplain banyak. Sabar je lah. Buat ikhlas kerana Allah. Dah. Tapi I ceritalah kat you, there are system like that. Betul. You terlupa isi satu je. Dia cakap je kat please fill in this one. Lepas tu yang you upload, semua kena ada bukti. Semua tak boleh sebarangan. Surat lantikan semua you kena scan, kena upload. Scan dah satu hal. Kadang-kadang I malas, I snap gambar je lah, lantak lah. You all question me, I baru bagi. Rated question me, dah tak larat dah you. Scan kan lambat, satu. Kakak gambar cepat. Jadi bila I dah upload, lepas tu satu. Lepas tu dia kata hilang semua. Kalau tarikh pun sama. Lantikkan daripada tarikh bila sampai ke bila. Semua kosong, isi balik. So that is user experience. Fail user experience. It can give people stress tau. You jangan main-main nampak aja benda ni macam tak ada benda kan. Kalau the thing is a Shopee ke Lazada memang tak masuk dah. But this one is about working environment kan. So that's why I say people buat PhD. I have a master student buat yang ni. Dia study, okay. Dia study Lazada, Shopee, dia compare lah. They collect data, ask user to experience and feedback. If you were to register, how you feel? when you want to buy things, how you feel? If you decide you make mistake, how you feel? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it easier? All these are the theory tau. The student of course dia master by coursework, they just use sahaja the theory. Use the theory, get the data, then plot the data. So that thing lah. And then for example of non-functional requirement group, usability, reliable, performance, supportability. Usability, it means is it usable? That's why if you buat a system yang not FYP lah. FYP pun dah ada dah usability test. Dia ada usability test, acceptance test. For CS 230, most of the time adalah functionality test. Can the system function or not? Not functional, not non-functional. We are functionality. We are this one. We are functional requirement, functionality test. We test sistem fungsi ke tak fungsi. We don't go for acceptance, usability, reliable, no. Because I have dulu I biasa attend professor lah, Oxford punya professor tu Minchan. Dia kata, apa you susah? Dia kata, you dah cakap kan, I want to test a system functionality test. Kalau sistem tu take 1 hour pun who cares? 1 hour to process. Dia kata, don't care sebab you go for functionality test. As long as it's function, you are safe. You will get your PhD. Despite that, it take 1 jam pun. Tapi tak adalah 1 jam. Okay je sistem I tu. So this is what I mean. They have testing reliability, performance. Reliability, can you rely on the system? If I withdraw money from ATM machine RM50, tiba-tiba dia tolak 500. So the system is not reliable. You don't trust the system. Performance tu lah. Like I say 5 minutes, 2 seconds to update, rendering, fast rendering. Supportability, it means the support system. Honestly, to me, I like Shopee lah. Dia punya support better compared to Lazada. Lazada dia semua nak online sampai pening. You cari pun tak jumpa. You need help, you cari pun tak jumpa. So ada I beli one barang tu rosak. Dia punya sistem lain lah. Kalau Shopee, dia faster. Convenience lah untuk orang yang malas macam I. Kalau Lazada tu adalah untuk orang yang macam mana orang macam you all kot, youngsters ni. Macam I malas, I nak benda yang senang je. Usability, like I say just now, should test is it usable lah. And trust the system, that is functionality. That is reliability. Think of a stress period. Stress period ni ialah peak season lah. Contohnya you can see ATM machine kan, kalau dapat gaji je long queue. Benda macam tu lah. And then you early of the semester, student register. Dulu always jam, always masalah. But now we have subscribe. From Google Cloud lah. Google Cloud tu. And then better sikit lah compared to last time. It's not that we do not know, we know je. Tapi UITM tak ada duit. Bukan UITM saja sebenarnya. All Malaysia lah. Always affected lah. Affected by macam tu lah. UITM ni kesian lah. Because we are not ramai. Staff banyak throughout the whole Malaysia. Universiti lain dia satu tu je. Satu je, we all many, bagi duit surely tak cukup, anak ramai kan. Jadi terpaksa lah, gitu-gitulah. The stress period ni. Then we are talking about cost effective to maintain. Yes, to maintenance. We want to have a system that is fast, cheap to do maintenance. Maintenance is very important sebenarnya. A lot of people misunderstand, tak take this into consideration sangat lah. Okay. So that's why when we want to do maintenance, you have to document your system. Like as an example when I want to do renovation of my house, the developer tu minta because that one is after 10 years I bought the house kan, minta blueprint of the house. So bila you beli tu dia akan tunjuk pipe lalu kat mana apa semua kan. So I tunjuk pipe kat sini. Dia tengoklah, dia kata pipe ada kat sini, wire ada kat sini. So the reason is they need the blueprint before they do renovation. Sama lah. You need all this documentation, requirement documentation, system documentation, because your system is maintainable. Someone need to upgrade. You have your dashboard. Okay, then later on they say, oh, very good. Now we have a new product. We want to add more things. We want to see more things. And then you have to update your dashboard too. So the one that update the dashboard might not be you. You done left the company, someone else take over. Then they, in order to understand, they have to read the documentation. Read documentation is easier, faster as compared you nak baca kod tu satu-satu. You kena faham dulu, cara dia design macam ni, sistem dia ada 2 pages, page pertama, page kedua, macam tu lah contoh kan. Okay. And then these are all some of the non-functional requirement: capacity, available tak, reliability, recover ke tak, kalau ada kerosakan can it recover by itself. And then how to write good functional requirement. So when you write requirement ni, function requirement ni is a system tu there are two purpose. One, you want to communicate among your staff. Second, you want to communicate with user. You communicate tak boleh lah cakap je kan, you kena ada sesuatu lah. If you design then they say yes I approve, then they approve the design or sign on the design, yes you approve this function. Nanti kalau tak ada black and white, after you dah siap the system, dia kata tak kan hari tu I cakap ni, you kata mana you tak cakap, you I cakap, takkan you tak ingat. Dah kan. Jadi this documentation is become a proof. You must have a proof. So when you do this, you make it simple. 5 rule of thumb. Keep it simple, specific but not prescriptive. Specify aja. Sistem ni kalau user enter wrong password, give them 3 times, 2 times more. They can only enter wrong password 3 times. Then reject. Ataupun put them in observe list ke apa ke macam tu. So you just say that. How to do it? Don't tell the programmer how to do it. Just like engineer when they design a blueprint, they just siap lukis. Of course lah, first architect kan, how the house look like, engineer buat blueprint apa semua kan. And then they will say okay, berapa beam, ketinggian lah, apa semua tu. And then when they give to contractor baca, dia ikut je. You will not specify how to bancuh cement as an engineer kan. Bancuh cement kena macam ni, berapa air, berapa cement, berapa pasir. No, you don't specify until that. You just bagi aja blueprint, contractor tu tahu je. Lepas tu towards the end tu dia check balik kan, meet ke tak, longkang terbesar, longkang terkecil ke, apa ke, ada je longkang terkecil terbesar dah tak lepas. CF kan dia panggil kan. And then say exactly sama. Usually developing a system, design the system is done by system analyst. So it means this lah, all functional, non-functional ni is done by system analyst. System analyst usually people who work 5 years and above. They have experience in development. After they design, usually they give to junior programmer yang fresh graduate, yang less 5 years to develop. So your job as a programmer, that's why they call it programmer je lah. Programmer, you just ambil specification tu. If they say create 5 table for database, you buatlah 5 table. This table link to this table, you ikut je lah, you tak payahlah tukar-tukar. Your job is that. So how to design 5, why 5? Mesti ada sebab to make the system more maintainable. If you lungo everything in satu table, it become hell later on. So creativity a programmer, like I say lah, you don't set the creativity of your programmer. Solving problem ni many way. You pun belajar kan, for loop, while loop, repeat until, tau, 3. Then if you use same loop, lagi berbagai-bagai. Okay. So use picture. Okay, this one for your FYP pun. Whatever I tell you, you can apply for your FYP. Lukis a lot of picture in your FYP. Explain your system. Siapa yang FYP dengan I, memang I akan suruh lah benda-benda ni. Chapter 3, chapter 4. Lukis I say explain setiap button-button dalam screen tu explain. Button ni untuk apa, button ni untuk apa. Semua explain. Kenapa? Because of this lah, functional everything explain. Okay, use picture. And then circulate requirement early and often. Of course, you have Gantt chart kan. Gantt chart. And then this is because nowadays we work, we are very specialized. I have a student yang multimedia student, her job is only to design website saja, design screen tu saja, no programming, nothing. Design first screen, okay, second screen, third screen, and then the coding tu is fit in by programmer. And then if the system need to be done in 1 month, okay, customer want 1 month, she take 3 weeks to design and 1 week left to programmer, mati semua programmer. So this is what it mean, circulate requirement early and often. Well planned lah. Tak apa, you baca lah sebab my PowerPoint memang for you to read one. My PowerPoint is, you can come to note. And I give you module for siapa yang tak ingat, I ada bagi you module. It's not a book lah, it's a module. And the latest of the module in you future. You baca in future itu ada upgrade lah. So use bullet point, easy to grasp information what you are trying to say. Tak payah buat karangan berjela-jela, berbunga-bunga no. Direct to the point. No one want to read so long. Keep it organized, yes. Your design, your lukisan, your picture, your process, your Gantt chart, apa sajalah. Your flow chart. Of course lah, your Power BI ni tak adalah flow chart. I'm talking about general lah, your flow chart make it organized. This one if your FYP tu chapter 3 and chapter 4 you do. It depends lah how you write kan. Kalau my student will be chapter 4. All this, the design, the screen design, the process design, the button. Yalah, I design the screen tu, button dia kena ada apa. So more must write in detail. Double check of your facts, itu biasalah. And then organize your presentation. Yes, you have to do presentation to among developer and also customer. When you do presentation to customer say yes, this is what we want. Okay, then you sign. Because I have last time, Uitm, I become a consultant. We just advise. So Seda hire us, a few of the team lah. And then when it come to graph tu, dia buat graph biasa je. Dia buat line chart dengan bar chart sahaja. Dua tu je chart dia. So I say, there is a lot of chart yang canggih-canggih apa semua ni semua kan. Why don't you use this chart where people can tu lah play around kan. You can, dia punya cross filtering pun macam you buat Power BI kan cantik kan. Boleh klik sana klik sini, dia tak. Not so nice. So I say there is, then dia orang tak nak change. Dia orang say no. Seda already agree with it. I tak boleh cakap apa because they hire us pun dah lewat. Seda dah agree to it. Kalau because yes, if you change, of course, it's incur extra cost. Dia tak nak. So they have the right. That is because betul, you dah buat proper documentation, you dah demo to them prototype. They say yes, agree lah. One agree the prototype, baru dia develop. And then observe time frame. Okay, this is what it means just now lah, time frame. Ownership requirement. Ini pun satu. Who must have the final say? When you do function tu, orang ni nak function ni, orang ni nak function ni, 10 orang 10 different function. So who lalas macam you all kan, you all 4 orang 5 orang, who have the final say? That's why I say I hire must have one leader. This leader must have final say. Kalau final say dia tu macam benda yang tak ada effect so much. Cuma minor-minor, maybe in terms of colour, sikit-sikit tu tak apalah. You pun dah lantik dia jadi leader, just respect dia. Tapi kalau very obvious salah, maybe you have to fight, bukanlah fight, put a stand to it lah. Okay, someone have to have a final say. Function ini, okay, because if not, I have experienced this. It's a kilang. Kilang ni dia buat serunding, masakan Melayu lah. Serunding, frozen, dia ada lemang frozen. Sekarang dah common. This story is long time ago. I think it's 10-20 years ago lah kot. Zaman tu lah. Lemang, rendang, and then ketupat. Masa tu, it's a big thing lah sebab tak ada lagi orang buat benda tu kan yang frozen tu. And then they want to pasarkan. So when they want to pasarkan, they want to sistem lah, ada sistem. So we liaise dengan, of course lah, the team developer ni liaise dengan adik dia lelaki. Liaise semua dah agree dah semua, sistem dah, we dah buat banyak dah, baru kakak dia masuk meeting. Awal-awal tak nak masuk meeting. Because this one is a family business. When family business, itu masalahnya. Because kakak dia kata I'm senior kan, kakak. Sedangkan they are equally, adik-beradik kan, equally power. I also got power, you also got power. Family daripada mak bapak yang dah tak ada lah. At the time dia orang pun dah old dah, 50 lebih lah masa tu. Old lah, anak-anak pun dah old dah. And then dia kata, we say tak boleh. Itulah nak tukar itu, nak tukar ini. You nak senang ke nak tukar-tukar? And then we say, yes boleh tukar tapi you have to pay lah. Sebabnya we dah agree to this. So eventually dia orang pun not happy jugalah, lalas terbengkalai lah projek tu. But of course we get pay. Usually after design you get pay. After design you get pay. You tak tunggu sistem habis baru get pay, no. Developing you don't do that. Design, prototype, macam kata function semua dah siap, complete semua, dia agree yes, got this function, can do this, can do that, semua. To user, okay, get payment. Dia macam tu. So these are the thing, agree, it's common lah. So exercise, okay, almost time dah. Any question? Yes, time out if fail to log in X time, yes. If you say X time ni, this is a functional requirement. Time out, if fail to log in, ya betul, that is functional requirement. Non-functional requirement ni adalah benda yang good to have lah, good to have. Yeah, you also prefer a Shopee better Okay, you nak ampuk I ke? Okay. Kalau tak ada apa-apa soalan, ada soalan lagi ke? Kalau tak ada, we just ended here. Dah dekat pukul 4 dah ni. Tak ada okay, kalau tak ada, kita sudahi dengan no question, okay. Kita sudahi, you can always ask me anytime, tanya je dalam Telegram tu. Test nanti, make sure you hantar PDF. You hantar PDF. So if you hantar Word, I also have to convert to PDF because I mark through PDF tu. Apa lagi answer on the question itself. You answer bawah question tu. And then what else? I say itu je lah. Cara jawab tu I dah cerita dah kan. Okay lah, in that case, we sudahi dengan tasbih kifarah. Okay, bye everyone. Salam.
Bye doktor. Thank you doktor.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you. I lapar sebenarnya.
Makan Starbucks doktor.
Ya, that's why I ajak my boy. Jom lepak Starbucks.